Hi guys, welcome to Nine Links. This is your host, Alex. Today I'm just going to talk about spring preparation for the plants. If you have tropical plants that you have inside your basement or inside your greenhouse, if you are planning on moving outside, which I did, I moved most of my plants out here already, as you can see. And I have a little helper here. Okay, helper Elena here. And anyway, I brought most of the plants out, and there are two more still left in the basement. It's Chinese perfume tree and white champaga. I'm probably moving those two out sometime next week. Well, I could move them out today actually, but I need helper to move out the white champaga. It's really heavy. So anyway, I moved it out here. Before I moved it out, I watered them all at the basement about a week prior. So it's been out here about, I would say about a week. So maybe give or take a week. So the water probably dried up already. They probably need another watering. I purposely starved them a little bit. Plus outside we haven't got rain yet. So I thought we were supposed to get heavy rain, but the other night it has a huge wind. And it does rain a little bit, but the wind is too big. I decided to move most of my plants to the side, so it did not get much of water, rainwater. And also one thing to keep in mind, I want to point it out that it happened to my banana shrub over here. As you can see, the pot is brand new pot. The banana shrub, the other pot is a little bit top heavy now, so the other pot tilt over quite frequently. So I replaced it with this bigger pot, and it's more stable. It can take a high-speed wind with no problem at all. So that's one thing to keep in mind, guys. If you have a plant that's top heavy, make sure you repot it or have some kind of weight put on the sides. Like for example, for my figs right here, it usually tilt over quite often, so I kind of have a bucket of water on next to it, to the container, so it kind of prevent it from tilting over. And also, you notice the figs, all the leaves are gone. I pruned it, quite a few of them off. I left a small amount on there so they can get a little bit of sunlight, but right now it seems like only 2 pieces left, which is fine. Like I told you before, anything grow in the basement, basically two different environments. You have a basement, no wind, little light, and stable temperatures, and then you move out here with a high wind, high sunlight. They're gonna get scorched, the leaves gonna get scorched, and they basically, died. So might as well prune them off and let them grow new sets of leaves, put the energy into growing new sets of leaves, and more suitable for outside. I think I mentioned that in a previous video as well. So anyway, today, so basically after I starved them, underwater them a little bit, so all of them are probably, you can see, even I potted on a new pot. I changed quite a few of them. Some of the pots from the winter already cracked, and some of them just the other night with heavy wind kind of tilt them over, cracked them also. Here's some pictures to show you what happened to those pots, and also some pictures to show you the roots when I repot them. See how healthy the roots are. They are very healthy, and this is not white champaga, banana shrubs, sorry, my bad. Banana shrubs with roots. As you can see, the roots are very healthy and very root bound. And also, if you can see, like you can't really see the potting mix anymore. Some of the potting mix, when you water them, they get washed out and they got out from the bottom of the pot. So the root is bounded, and sooner or later you need to change pot. Now, why can you just not change pot? Yeah, you don't have to change pot, but the thing is, you have to water them more frequent. And if you underwater a little bit, and you can see the leaves are kind of wilt a little bit. And so that's why when you have a root-bounded plant, you will never be afraid of overwatering. You have to be afraid of underwatering, because they use that water quite fast, and also the pot doesn't have enough potting mix to hold the contents of the water in there for them, so therefore you have to water frequently. So it's nice to repot. Anyway, and this is I repot one of the sweet olive as well. The pot kind of cracked on the side, so I repot that one. As you can see, the roots are pretty healthy, and to compare these roots to the Michelia figo, the banana shrub root I showed you earlier, you notice this root is a little darker, then the other one's wider. So different plants have different way of showing their roots. And from my experience, sweet olive's roots tend to be more darker and thinner than other plants. And then you have I don't know if you see the quite a few videos back, I did a repotting on the Cymbidiums. Oh man, Cymbidiums roots is huge. Anyway, all right, back to the spring prep. So I have most of the plants out here, and they all need water. So here's how I'm gonna water. I told you before. Yes, and this the white one right here. That's the rainwater, not rainwater. Sorry, excuse me. That's the rice water mixed with potato water. So it's about three-fourths rice water and 1/4 potato water. And I did not let this one ferment over time. It's only about 2 days old, so I don't want to ferment. Give it a week or two because it smells really bad. Now you might ask, what's the difference between fermented rice water and non-fermented 2 days or 1 day old water? Well, 1 day old water and 2 days old rice water, if you water it, I think as long as you get into the potting mix, it will soon break down and take the fermentation process inside the pot, which is fine. It takes a little longer, but that way it doesn't smell as bad. Now, when you have fermented water, you can leave it, you leave the water out for about a week or two. It turns really smell, and those are smell is from bacteria forming in there. Those are the beneficial bacteria for your pots. So when you water it, you can't instantly getting those bacteria into your soil, beneficial bacteria into your soil. So you got the effects right away. But that comes with the trade-off of smell really bad. Trust me, rice water smells really bad. Your neighbor will smell it too. So I tend to be more of a neighbor-friendly approach. Anyway, so before you use either fermented or non-fermented version of the rice water, try to dilute them. This bucket here, right here, I have a potato water in there as well. So what I see is potato water provide potassium and some other very minor mineral nutrient, and then the rice water provide minor nutrients too, and rice water has more of nitrogen. So, and now don't get me wrong, rice water and potato water, they don't provide a lot of potassium or a lot of nitrogen. Okay, so rice water, nitrogen, potato water, potassium, and then they both provide some starchy contents for your bacteria inside the potting mix. Now, waters are rainwater I collect. So they might look a little green and yellowish because of the springtime, the pollens in the roof, and then these are roof water, so I collect them. So it has a little yellow tint to it. Anyway, so I'm gonna go back and mix it real quick, and yeah, we're gonna get started. Elena, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have rainwater here. It's about half of a container of rainwater, and then we mix half and half to the rice water, and that's about good. And then we're going to dump the other half over here. And yes, as you can see, there's still a little bit of rice, what you call those leftovers. Okay, now going into this orange jasmine. We're going to start out with the orange jasmine first. You can see the water is very creamy white. These are rice water. So it's rainwater plus rice water and plus potato water. Give them a healthy start for the season. These rice water and potato water only provide organic content, hence organic fertilizer. They don't really give plant a lot of nutrient. They give them a little boost, just a small boost to start off the season. Remember, when you move them outside, they are still a little bit stressed. So last thing you want is give them a heavy fertilizer to force them to grow. So we want to come out and tell them, okay, new environment, here's something to keep you healthy, to little boost to your growth season. And now we're going to the sweet olive. I just repot this one too. I showed you the roots earlier. It's very healthy. Give it a little boost, and as you can see, some of the new growth coming out. See, these new leaves are very light green. That means they're new growth. So this one, the new leaf probably gonna get stressed a little bit, and because of new leaves. Okay, all right. And then we're gonna water the cymbidiums over here on the side. Now, Elena, shoot the camera up this way. Now, you notice I put the cymbidiums underneath the night blooming jasmine and the figs. The layout is kind of important out here in the patio when it gets really hot. When it gets hot, by the time it gets really hot, these figs will grow up leaves already, and the figs leaves are very big, so as the night blooming jasmine. Night blooming jasmine will get big too, and then the leaves will cover up, give the shade to the cymbidium. This is a side note. When watering cymbidiums, try to water on the side instead of middle, because of most of the time the roots, when you water in the middle, you very easily get the crown. The crown is inside wet. When the crown is wet and it's doesn't have enough time to dry, it will lead to the what they call crown rots. When crown rots, it brings the danger to the plants. Try to keep it outside. Yep. Okay. Okay, guys. After 2.5 buckets of water, it did not take up to 4 buckets, so I have 2 left. Well, 1.5 left. Just leave it out here. Yeah, it's all been watered on every single plant. Now just let the magic does its work. And that's it for today. If you have a question about the organic fertilizer or what you do in the springtime, just let me know. Please post it on the comment below. I'll see you next time. Okay, take care.